Hey everybody, this is Riker Rider, and welcome back to Let's Play Wario Land. We're going to go ahead and finish off Stove Canyon, getting both exits in this stage, and finishing up courses 24 and 25. The jet helmet you got close to the end of stage 22 will be so valuable here, because you can skip almost all of the hazardous jumps. And most of the jumps in this stage you can make anyway. It's just there's so many bats here that it's just better to jump across the or to skip all the nasty jumps using the jet helmet. And here's another new mechanic: springboards. They jump you up about a full screen, maybe a little bit less. I'm not sure. This one's only purpose is to allow access to the midway point, which I might use. I might use when I have to play the stage again, because there's a really tricky jump you have to make towards the end of the stage if you want to get into the secret exit. $50 lives. I think I have more lives than I did before. The jump I'm worried about should be coming up soon. You know what? I'm just gonna... Because this jump is really annoying to do normally, I'm gonna go ahead and go under here first. Hit this springboard. Takes you up into a secret part of the level where the hidden exit is. The other normal exit is much easier to get to. You just jump up top. I don't know, you might have been able to catch a glimpse of it as I was jumping all the way up to the top of the stage. But that other exit does take you to stage 25. The one I took takes you to stage 24, which is completely optional, just like stage 6 was in Rice Beach. But unlike stage 6 in Rice Beach, this one actually has a point to it, because there's a treasure in the next level that a lot of people miss because this exit is really hard to get to. Here we go, stage 24. Though this does play the stage before boss theme, a lot of people won't recognize it as such because, well, this stage is optional. Essentially, the gimmick of this stage is that there are 3 rooms that each contains, what is it? The word I'm looking for. They contain areas governed by, well, a switch. And the switch is down here. And there's another switch at the end of each of the hallways for you to be able to escape into the main level. So you'll have to hit this, you'll have to toggle this switch 3 times. Except for this one. Or it might even be including this one. I can't remember if the water's drained if you don't hit the switch or not. I think you might need to. You only really need to go through this room. All the rest of these rooms just lead to coins and random objects, but you know, we do need enough coins to be able to get the perfect ending, and I want to give myself as many opportunities to do that as possible without grinding for coins. Of course, to get the perfect ending, you need all the treasures, too. And we get the golden chalice. I think this one's worth big bucks, too. Okay, now for the meat of this stage. We should have the stage flipped, so let's start with this one since we're on this side of the map, and I'll go from left to right. rather not deal with you. Have to get that heart on the way back because I can't jump that high. 100 coins, I'll take them. Jet helmet if you need it. And the way out. I think there's another stage similar to this later in the game. If you're trying to get all the secrets, this can also be time-consuming, so keep an eye on the clock. In some of these expansive stages, it is easily possible to run out of time. And there's no timer change for any of the stages. It's always 400 seconds. And they are actually seconds, unlike in, say, Super Mario Bros. 1, where they're more like quarters of a second. It's ridiculous how fast the timer ticks away in that game. Jet helmet is so useful. Some would argue that it breaks the game, and in some respects it does. But it's just so valuable in the later stages to get past hairy jumps, and is especially valuable in the final stage, which you'll see in a few videos. And both from myself and my viewers, I have decided that The Legend of Dragoon is going to be my next project, but I'm probably not going to start recording it for quite some time until after I have this uploaded, because I still need to do another test playthrough for the game. I've only done 2, and the game is absolutely expansive. It's going to take me a minimum of 70 videos to cover everything. Not including all the side content that you can do in Discs 3 and 4. There is so much side stuff you can do in that game, it's unreal. Not as much as in, say, Final Fantasy Tactics, but there's enough of it to keep you plenty busy. I don't plan on showing off, like, what a level 60 party looks like in the game, because it takes way too much time to get to that level. I do think the game's really good, though. And if you can find it, I'm pretty sure the disc is really expensive, because it's a popular game that's not on the virtual console. I keep saying virtual console because I'm used to Wii. It's not on the PlayStation Store, and I don't understand why it's not on the PlayStation Store, because it's a really good game, and licensing shouldn't be an issue, because the game was produced by Sony, not Square. And even if it was produced by Square, almost all the Square games are on Sony's PlayStation Store. It just doesn't make sense why they don't have The Legend of Dragoon up, because it's a really popular game that a lot of PS1 RPG fans have been clamoring for a sequel for years and years and years. But even if they do produce a sequel, I doubt it would be able to compare to just how awesome the first game was. It was just the right length, and it didn't feel like they crammed everything into the first disc like they did with, say, Final Fantasy 1. Or not Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 7. Sorry. I'm really just gonna blaze through this stage as fast as I can, because all I want to do is open up stage 25. No sense in collecting coins or anything, wasting time with that. Matter of fact, I really should be doing this off-screen, but I can get the stage done so fast, and I've got a few other things I'd like to cover for both my channel and and just talk about gaming in general. As far as The Legend of Dragoon goes, I want to use every party member about as equally as I can, wherever the character is most pertinent to the plot. But overall, every party member equally-ish. Although I can't really feature every party member equally because of a few restrictions throughout the course of the game. Okay. Okay, time for the boss. actually think that this is one of the hardest fights in the game. And the stage itself is not a... The stage itself isn't a pushover either. I remember Elizabeth, the person who introduced me to this game back in '93, was actually having a lot of trouble getting past this stage, and neither of us could do it for a very long time. Matter of fact, what am I looking for here? Neither of us really beat this stage until, like, after she really stopped being huge into video games. Midway point in here, if you need it. Of course, 1993 was really before I started caring so much about, like, storylines and music in video games. And speaking of storyline, this kind of brings me back to, because she was the person that originally got Earthbound. Because she liked the concept of the game and all the freebies that came with it, but we didn't really know what an RPG was back then. So a lot of the game a lot of our time with the game was just dirtling around the first town, trying to figure out what to, not trying to figure out what to do, but trying to grasp the concept of an RPG. Of course, I consider Earthbound pretty easy, right? Pretty easy now. Of course I consider it easy, because I've done several challenges on the game. Need to stop blabbing and start concentrating on the game. Yay, Nintendo Capri Sun Syndrome. What was I saying about Earthbound? We didn't know what an RPG was back then. So we were actually stuck on, like, the second boss of the game, which is kind of pathetic because the strategy for beating him is really simple. We just had no clue what we were doing. I'm just really glad I wasn't introduced to the RPG genre with a legitimately hard game, like, say, you know what, I'm gonna break this just in case I screw up again while talking. Although I probably just wasted 10 coins, because I'll beat it no problem now. There we go. Well, the Earthbound has turned into a cult classic, and I never, ever imagined that the cartridge would be as expensive as it has gotten. And neither of us really understood just how good Earthbound was until, like, years and years after it was out of print. Oh, this jump's evil. I'm glad I hit that midway marker. Okay, then. I told you guys that this course is hard. And this is why I wanted to keep the jet helmet, just because of the nasty stuff that gets thrown at you towards the end of the stage. This is actually part of the jump I failed on earlier is actually part of the reason why we were stuck on this level for so long. The boss wasn't exactly a pushover either, and depending on how luck treats you, you can run into a lot of problems as well. Because the boss is kind of luck-based. Here we go. Yeah, thankfully you don't need to be big to fight this guy. Oh, did I miss it? Missed it twice. Great. Oh. Okay, so he's actually being somewhat cooperative, but I fail to miss... Like, I fail at fighting him for some reason. Yeah, you actually have to grab Yeah, you actually have to throw his snot back at him. Now, this wouldn't fly in a game today, I'll tell you that much. And you don't want to hit it when it's on fire either, or bad things will happen. Oh, did I miss 20 coins? Wow, I did a really poor job there. Probably would have been easier if I was big, but I'll still be able to get a lot of coins, even if I don't do particularly well in the minigame. And it's all luck-based anyway. I'm so far ahead that even if I do minus quite a bit, it'll, like I'm doing right now. Yuck. Really? Alright, that's it for Stove Canyon. Join us next time on Let's Play Wario Land when we explore the next world, the SST Cup. See you later!